The baby met a giant dog in the street, but what he did was amazing. The kid met a big dog on the street, and the dog did something amazing. People say that a dog is man's best friend, but this is not really the truth. A dog is best friend to a kid. It's impossible to deny the special bond between a child and pet. And there's nothing better than seeing your fur baby become best friends with your child. The way our son Wally and our dog Dottie play together makes me happy. They can't be separated now that Wally's a little bigger and more active. They play ball together, dance, kind of, and play in the water together. Dottie even joins us before Wally goes to bed for our nighttime routine. It's both sweet and funny to see Wally's love for his big furry pet sitter Dottie. If she's scared of storms, he gives her more of his food than he can eat himself. What she gives him is a sloppy kiss. He laughs uncontrollably, and his first word is ... The cutest pictures of babies with pets make it worth it to raise your child with one. But studies have shown that having a pet can also help your child's physical, mental, and social health. Even though they can look scary, bigger, or even giant dog types, can be a great family pet that love and care for your kids like their own. When it comes to family, not all big dogs are good. Guard dogs and herder breeds, on the other hand, should not be around kids because they bite and are aggressive. There are many good things about raising your kids with a pet. Pets teach our kids responsibility, kindness, confidence, and they keep our kids busy and safe. Ruby Stow is only 2 years old, but she is very good at taking care of her two big Bernese mountain dogs. It's like the dog and child have known each other their whole lives, playing together as a family. These dogs are very gentle, kind, and friendly, Craig Stow, Ruby's dad, told ABC News. Really good family dogs. We showed Ruby the right way to pet him. He's so patient with her, and she learns how to walk by dragging herself up onto him. As a child, Ruby would lay on Biggie, and he would let her. Lucy, the Stow family's first baby, has been called Wooster of the Year. She's now 4 years old and very furry and big. Then they had Ruby, their first baby who didn't have 4 legs. She's now 2.5 years old and plays with her dogs like she is one of them. The family then got another Bernese mountain dog named Biggie because they loved the breed so much. Last but not least was Sonny, their 9-month-old son, who is still getting used to living with the dogs. My wife told me, "You're crazy." I remember telling her, I can't have a baby and another dog at the same time. But when Ruby was 5 months old, his wife found Biggie, and he was 8 months. We adopted him from a shelter. The 6-person family has a lot of fun going on cute adventures in Mill Valley, California, and other places. We go hiking a lot. Craig talked about their trips. We have a lot of great trails and beaches. She loves animals and can go up to the trails to be with the dogs and do other things. She knows the right way to hold the leash now, so if one of them tries to chase something, she can let go. Ruby really is the dog whisperer, her proud dad said. She'll be running around with them because she knows almost every dog in the park. With more than 15,000 followers on Instagram, Craig and his wife are now well known, but Craig said they just have to try and capture all these little funny moments. There are no scripts. And the stuff we don't capture is even crazier, he says. To have this much love is a real blessing. It's crazy how spoiled our dogs are. There are a lot of stories about kids and dogs that will never get old. It's not a coincidence that dogs are thought to be the great friends of kids. So, to grow up and have a great family of friends, all of your kids should feel the love of a pet. Mei Mei is a Japanese girl who is 1 year old, and Riku is her friend. Riku is a giant dog. You've never seen two cuter friends together. Their pure friendship rules the world, as shown by the 138,000 Instagram fans who are speechless from all the cuteness. Mommy's grandmother makes sure that these special times with her granddaughter are not forgotten. Riku is the name of the cutest big poodle you'll ever see. Little Sunshine Mommy will always have Riku with her. The 3 dogs enjoy sleeping, reading, and playing on the trampoline with their best friends, two big poodles named Gaku and Ku. These big poodles, which are also called royal poodles, can weigh more than 27 kilograms or 60 pounds. They love each other so much that it must be royal. It's a lot of work to feed, clean up, and do all the other things that come with having a family pet. Of course, kids usually want to help take care of the family pets as soon as they are big enough. Almost all dogs love going for walks where they can chase mice and meet new people and just see what the world is like outside the house. The smart little kid is ready to go for a walk with their big-looking bulldog. For a child, taking their four-legged friend on a walk outside can feel like a big achievement. We hope that the dog doesn't end up taking her for a walk. Some cats will be extra cuddly with their favorite people, even though cats aren't always known for being that way. Dogs and cats are a big part of family life, as this little girl and her cat show. There are times when nothing is better for a child than cuddling with their favorite dog or cat. People who have pets feel simple love and joy that can last a lifetime. They might even be good for us. Studies have shown that having a pet as a child can help them avoid getting asthma as they get older and make them feel less anxious. This giant with fur is nice enough to let his little friend sleep on his back. She doesn't need a cover because her four-legged friend is right next to her. In fact, the biggest dogs in the family are often the ones who love and look out for the littlest people in the family the most. There's no doubt that dogs are the best, no matter how big or small or in between. In the end, kids are smaller and stay stronger. The dog in the family picture looks like he's being with his little person in his favorite place in the world. It looks like this little boy and his soft dog will be friends for a long time. And this makes our hearts melt every time. A lot of the time, pets and kids like to copy each other. A child's interest and desires to play are also present in animals. That could be why they get along so well and love each other so much. Pets teach kids how to be responsible and take care of another living thing. They also teach kids how to love and to be loved no matter what. In fact, the unconditional love that a child feels from their pets can make some of the most important memories of their youth, and they can carry with them into adulthood. No question about it, pets are very important to our lives. Big dogs can be great family pets, and kids can sometimes use them as a place to rest. This little girl knew that her big furry best friend would be there for her if she leaned back onto him. Sometimes dogs are calmer around our kids and will let them do things that other dogs might not let them do. This little girl knows she can get away with leaning on someone. There are some good ways to always tell when dogs and kids get along. Even though becoming a new parent can be very tiring, Nate Anderson found that his baby boy was a constant source of creative ideas. In his webcomic series, Boy and Dog, he draws the funny experiences of his son Rowan and their dog Murphy. He told Board Panda that the cute pictures were an idea that came to him after his son was born last year. "This wild, squishy boy who made my house full of laughs and poop changed my life," he said. At first, the family pets didn't know what to think of him, but my golden retriever, Murphy, thought he was pretty cool. Rowan loves animals and would squeal with joy whenever Murphy was around him. I started making the funny comics to show what I thought was going on between these two unusual best friends. In his Boy and Dog cartoon pictures, the dog and the baby talk, getting into trouble, and even make some bad jokes. Everything is new for the boy, and I imagine it was the dog's duty to teach him all about the world from a dog's point of view, said Anderson. The artist has tried his hand at making web comics before. Anderson's first show was called Quacky Boys, and it was about him and his college friends going on wacky adventures. The show ended when the roommates moved on, though. He dropped out of college after his freshman year and said, "I was already working as a professional illustrator and designer at the time, and I feel I learned more in the industry than I ever did in school with very uninspiring instructors." He is mostly self-taught. Even though his drawings are pretty strange, Anderson said he's not very good at talking to people, so he uses his skill to talk to them. "My comments let me tell funny stories and make people laugh with silly jokes. I enjoy making people laugh. I'm not very good at making friends, so this is a better place for my jokes. He named artist Glenn Keane as an influence and said, I love traditional hand-drawn animation. I'm a huge Disney nerd, and when I get stuck watching one of those movies he worked on gets me drawing again. Disney's Tarzan has made me really want to make animated movies. He does a lot of the work on his own, comics and Photoshop, from the rough plan to the coloring, dialogue, and line work. With these funny drawings, Anderson wants to make people laugh and feel good. I know I'm not the only one who has this problem with babies and dogs, so if my silly drawings can make people relate and laugh, then I will consider myself successful. On his website, new dog and baby cartoon strips come out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Pets help kids make lasting bonds by playing, sharing, and taking turns. They also help kids practice social skills, show affection, and pay attention to others, and boost their confidence. What do you think about this story? Do you have a pet at your house? And does your pet love the kids in your family? Let us know in the comment section below.